If they gonna get the money up to dig her body back up and have a real autopsy done on there, have a real investigation on there, who's it gonna hurt?
I didn't know Cassie, but I knew somebody who was going through the same thing she was going through, and that was Kim Porter.
Kim was fine the day before and the day of her death, and then now she found in the bed dead from pneumonia. That just don't sound right, bro.
Diddy was the one who set him up with the chick, you dig? So it's probably safe to say that Diddy, a whole lot of these people are sharing diseases and swapping bodily fluids because you have not heard a mention of a condom.
I don't think nobody in America thinks there's nothing suspicious about Kim's death, bro. If you are rich like that, you could, Kim had, I think, a net worth of like, what, 12 million a year or something like that? Kim could have called any doctor to come over and look at her. If she was that bad, she could have called an ambulance or something like that. Everything is suspicious about her death, bro. And I don't think an autopsy was done on her. And if it was a half job.
Gene Deal raised a question that still shakes Hollywood. If Kim Porter's body were ever exhumed, who would be in danger? The answer? Everyone. Kim Porter didn't die from pneumonia. She was silenced because she carried a secret so powerful that certain people made sure she never spoke again, disguising her death as natural. The same system of abuse that nearly destroyed Cassie ultimately ended Kim's life. But this wasn't only about silencing a victim. Multiple insiders have confirmed that Diddy has been spreading HIV for decades through forced encounters. No proper autopsy was ever performed because Kim's remains could have revealed the truth. Biological warfare hiding in plain sight. Masked as entertainment, if exposed, the truth would bring down an entire industry built on infected blood and hidden victims. Tonight, we uncover why Kim Porter had to die to protect hip-hop's darkest secret, and who else may be in danger. But before we talk about how she died, we need to look at how she lived wrapped in a cycle of abuse that started long before her final day. Each time Kim tried to escape, Diddy dragged her back under his control.
Kim Porter says she dumped Diddy.
I feel like...
In a statement to the TV show The Insider, she says she decided to end what she calls her on-again, off-again relationship with Sean Diddy Combs. She says it was in the best interest of both them and their family.
Old news reports already showed the pattern. Kim would try to leave, Diddy would force her back. What the public didn't see was the violence that made those reunions unavoidable.
I know Kim got tired. That's why she took that corkscrew and ripped his damn arm out. Tried to rip his arm off for putting his hands on him. I know she was tired. Them pillow fights and that smothering her with the pillows and all that, like he playing with her. I know she was tired.
Gene's words cut deep. Kim Porter wasn't just tired physically, she was broken spiritually. From years of Diddy's abuse, when someone who has witnessed everything says a woman was tired, it means she had reached the end of her strength. This wasn't occasional domestic violence. This was repeated, deliberate brutality designed to crush her will. Whenever she tried to leave, Diddy escalated the violence, using fear to keep her under his control. But the physical abuse was only one part of the prison Kim lived in.
Kim couldn't have nobody, bro. Kim couldn't have nobody. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Diddy could do whatever, Puff could do whatever he wanted to do, Brother Love could do whoever he wanted to be. If Kim ever tried to get with somebody, Puff would interfere with them or with her trying to be with them. He wasn't letting that happen. Unless he was bringing them to the picture. That's what he used Kim for, bro. He wanted to make a deal with somebody. He'll get another girl and a guy who he's trying to make a deal with, and him and Kim, they all party together. Man, he used Kim for that, bro.
There was also the financial trap. Kim wasn't just a girlfriend, she was a tool in Diddy's business empire. She was used to secure contracts, pushed into offering herself to partners in order to close deals. Every major deal involved her participation, making it impossible for her to break free financially. Kim Porter wasn't only a victim of domestic violence, she was a human trafficking victim, systematically pimped out for business while being punished whenever she resisted. When Kim died, the investigation wasn't just sloppy, it was sabotaged. Witnesses like Gann saw details that screamed cover-up.
You gotta realize, man, Kim's death wasn't even investigated, bro. Her death wasn't even investigated. And it should have been a proper investigation so all the family members can feel like that there was no foul play in her death. How is it that you know how we are as a people? I don't believe that 10% of your viewers that's watching this don't keep their phone when they go to sleep in arm reach. How is it that there was no electronic products or gadgets around Kim's bed? Her laptop missing, her cell phone's missing. Everything is missing that she could get in touch with her little girls if they not at home or her friends or family. All that's missing. How is it that, and this is hearsay, that the detectives did not even view the body in the bed where she died at? That the coroner had already removed her, pronounced her dead, and told the detectives that it was no foul play. And if that is true, as I've heard it, and we read certain things on the internet about it, that case needs to be reopened. We know that Kim, and it's in the this is in the documentation, shout out the paperwork, at the paperwork part. I gotta shout him out, man, because he looked in the paperwork and it said Kim received a massage for about an hour when she's supposed to have full-blown pneumonia. Who gives somebody a massage when they got pneumonia? And do we know whether she used that baby oil or not for that massage? It makes you say, that's a big man.
Layer by layer, Gene exposes the conspiracy. The coroner relocated the body before detectives arrived, declared no foul play without investigation, a massage during life-threatening pneumonia, and missing electronics. This wasn't incompetence. This was professional evidence destruction. Someone with serious power orchestrated Kim's death to look natural, while ensuring no evidence could contradict the official pneumonia story. The missing witness testimony adds another chilling layer to the cover-up.
It's in the police report. That this is in the police report that Dallas Austin's daughter, who was a friend of Kim's, left her house at 8 o'clock. That Kim had made a call, 911 call at 2:15 that morning. And I don't know what happened in the 911 call or what was said, but they said that Dallas Austin's daughter, according to Kim's father, was the woman that left her house at 8:15. So she was the last person, according to her, to see Kim alive.
Gann revealed shocking details. The coroner moved Kim's body before detectives arrived. No foul play was declared without any proper investigation. Electronics went missing. She even received a massage while supposedly suffering from fatal pneumonia. This wasn't incompetence, it was deliberate destruction of evidence. Someone powerful made sure her death appeared natural and that no physical proof remained. Missing witness testimony adds yet another chilling layer.
Kill Kim Porter?
Absolutely. I can say that without
Put the mic on,
hesitation.
put it on both of us for that. I need to know, do you think that Diddy killed Kim Porter?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because of all the videotapes, because of the book, because of all the people she gave copies of her book to, or at least chapters, because of everything that she had on him, because of the tape that she used to blackmail him into a relationship and into a raise of him being by Andre Harrell. And I am not saying that allegedly, because I heard her and Kim Moore talking about it in the booth of the bathroom while snorting cocaine at the Kit Kat Club.
Gene spoke of Dallas Austin's daughter, who was there the night Kim died. She never gave a statement and never addressed the rumors. That kind of silence isn't about privacy, it's either fear of retaliation or direct involvement. For Jean's suspicions to carry weight, they needed backing from other insiders. That confirmation came from Jaguar Wright, who had her own industry sources. She reached the exact same conclusion about Kim Porter's fate.
I know a good few of the people that got a piece of that book. The truth is, Diddy was highly paranoid right before Kim passed away. And when he found out that her and Cassie were still secretly talking and meeting, it became a very explosive situation for everyone who knew about it. Lunch at the Ivy. I hate the fact that she felt so terrified to tell the truth about the man that she had 3 biological children with, that she felt the need to have to be as covert as she was. But I'm grateful that Kim got her truth to people that she trusted. Problem is she didn't know who she could trust and couldn't trust. None of us in the game ever really did. I have no doubt in my mind that pieces of that memoir have been acquired by the home team, and that bad actors were incorporated so that they could put just enough spin to create reasonable doubt in the jury pool. It's a smart play.
According to multiple insiders, Kim was killed because she had evidence that could have put Diddy behind bars for life. This isn't just speculation. When 2 independent sources reach the same conclusion, it turns rumor into credible testimony. Jaguar Wright even claimed there is surviving evidence that Kim left behind.
Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, you want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books. Andre was writing a book right before he died. Heavy D was working on a book before he died. Kim Porter was working on a book before she died. And Al B. Sure was working on the documentary of his life. And then he goes into a coma. Has Puffy ever been in a coma? Has anything happened to him? He must be the luckiest, because it seems like everybody that worked at Uptown Records from the very beginning, gone. Just him. I guess Al disappointed you. You know, I speak for a reason.
Parts of Kim's personal writings still exist and are held by people Jaguar knows. Even before Kim died, Diddy was paranoid because she and Cassie were comparing their experiences and documenting the abuse. That the timing of Kim's death, right as she began gathering information from other victims, shows that it was no natural death. It was an assassination to stop her from building a case. Jaguar revealed that Kim's death wasn't an isolated incident, but part of a larger pattern.
Well, I know he poisoned Jamie Foxx, and Jamie Foxx reported him to the FBI because of it. I know that's a fact.
So, wait, you're saying that Diddy poisoned Jamie Foxx and that's how Jamie Foxx got sick?
Jamie Foxx reported this man to the FBI because of this. Facts.
Wow. Okay, and how did you hear about this, if you can tell me, or if you can't?
These people poison people, bro. I've been poisoned 3 times. Why am I testing positive for cyanide? You feel me? Why do I had pneumonia 3 times? So people like, man, why he breathe like that? Because I only got 1 lung. And then I had a car crash. I got 1 nostril permanently blocked. And I done had pneumonia 3 times. Somebody been trying to poison me. My brother got poisoned with me. The little lady I was bodyguarding, she got poisoned. Like, somebody is carrying on these antics. These is facts.
Kim Porter's murder was one of several eliminations disguised as natural deaths. The method becomes clearer when looking at Big Homie, CC's story about Diddy's poisoning tactics.
More than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Trafficking, really? What's wrong with you? No way, but not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
posting, I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
but this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah, yes. They're selecting a jury.
But you were on this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago, I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time. And I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop, So it was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was, a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participating and so on and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant, and something I've been trying to say for many, many years.
Big Homie described how Diddy allegedly poisoned Kim using the same method he used on Jamie Foxx and on him causing cyanide poisoning, then pneumonia-like symptoms. It's the same pattern that led to Kim's death. The most heartbreaking testimony came from Albie Shur, Kim's first love. He witnessed her desperate attempts to escape and nearly lost his life, trying to expose the truth.
I don't think nobody in America thinks there's nothing suspicious about Kim's death, bro. If you are rich like that, you could, Kim had, I think, a net worth of like, what, 12 million a year or something like that? Kim could have called any doctor to come over and look at her. If she was that bad, she could have called an ambulance or something like that. Everything is suspicious about her death, bro. And I don't think an autopsy was done on her. And if it was a half job.
Albie Shur, S account completes the picture. Kim begged him to help her contact authorities because Diddy was controlling her. She suffered from infections linked to the enforced swinger lifestyle, but no one believed him. When Al tried to make a documentary exposing her murder, Diddy allegedly had him put into a coma. Still, Al has spoken out despite ridicule and backlash. Gene Deal repeatedly pointed to the missing autopsy as the most important cover-up.
Sent somebody through somebody else to try to get in contact with me, telling me enough is enough. Oh, okay. You tell Big Mama that enough is enough. You can't tell Wolf Mama enough is enough. You tell D Ferg Mama enough is enough. You understand? You tell all those people who supported you and they survivors, enough is enough.
Gene's second mention of the incomplete or missing autopsy highlighted why it mattered. Either no real autopsy was done, or it was intentionally altered to hide poisoning or HIV-related complications.
He actually caught HIV, having a lot of women.
Oh yeah, let's just go down the rabbit hole of all of his sins.
I'm just saying.
You want to know what's wild about that though? He faced that head up.
He did.
And he didn't stop. And he didn't stop doing what he's done.
He an advocate. Now he did that. And
period. Listen to me. He faced that head up. How many dudes is running around undetectable? G?
Come on.
In the game.
Man.
Because I could tell you 20 right now that I could rattle off names, and would nobody be able to sue me?
Even from prison. Diddy has tried to silence witnesses. Kim's death is more dangerous to him than current charges because it points to decades of biological warfare. The autopsy was the single most dangerous piece of evidence. Proof of poisoning and HIV transmission. That's why it had to be hidden. Jaguar Wright's testimony exposed the final truth. Diddy has HIV and has been spreading it deliberately.
Young Miami is sleeping around with different guys, giving them AIDS.
Damn.
You know, and Future, Stefan Diggs is one of the people that got thrown out there. You know, she was with Diddy.
Jaguar Wright dropped the biggest revelation. Diddy is HIV positive. He knows it. He's been secretly treating it while continuing his parties. She says she can even name other infected celebrities. This isn't just negligence, it's biological warfare. A man knowingly infected, forcing unprotected encounters, is not just abusive, he's a public threat. The infection has spread across the entertainment industry.
His wife, she revealed that he died of AIDS.
Man, you know, Craig has some like craters in his face. And then I had asked Kirk Burrows about that. You know, I said, yo, dude, man, what? All this y'all got the money and stuff like that. So he said he had a heart condition. So way back then, Craig was telling people he had a heart condition. So that's what people thought. I didn't know at that time that he had AIDS. I thought it was a heart condition. You understand? And then some years ago, I spoke to Roxy, and she confirmed that with me about the HIV and stuff. I wasn't gonna never say nothing about it, but I think she said something on a guy named Storm Monroe, his show, and she said something in and said something in the article and everything about that. But it's just crazy, man. That's wild. That's that lifestyle. You understand? That's that lifestyle, willing and ready to run up in anything, you understand? And these guys don't care. Anything, any and everything that look good, that don't make it good. It is what it is.
Young Miami allegedly became proof of Jaguar's claim infected by Diddy and continuing to spread the virus in the industry. Kim Porter's death was part of a cover-up for this operation, protecting dozens of careers from exposure. Her death wasn't only about abuse, it was about preventing the world from learning of a biological terrorism ring hiding under the entertainment industry.
Have a funeral, put in a gold casket. It takes, what, 2 months to get those gold caskets, had it within a week? Or you're a millionaire, I guess you can. You're a multi-millionaire, you can get it that quick. And then had somebody at the funeral home, had a bodyguard at the funeral home watching the dead body for 24 hours up until the funeral.
This wasn't the first time. Bad Boy Records already had experience covering up HIV-related deaths. Kirk Burrows, the label president, even helped hide one of their first stars' AIDS death. That's why Kim's elimination looked so professional. It followed an existing system for hiding such crimes. The most chilling sign of premeditation came from Diddy's actions after Kim's death. The timeline is revealing. A gold casket was ordered within a week. Armed guards watched Kim's body. 24/7's death reports were sealed. This wasn't grief, it was crime scene management. Innocent people don't need armed guards to stop medical examinations of a corpse. Pattern mirrors, Craig Mack's death, where the true medical cause was hidden in the same way. Kim died holding a secret that could destroy Hollywood's power structure. Sean Combs has allegedly been infecting models, artists, and insiders with HIV for more than 30 years. The real question isn't whether he had Kim killed to protect this. It's how many victims are walking around Hollywood right now without knowing they were given a death sentence? Unless authorities exhume Kim's body and do a real autopsy, this biological terrorism operation will continue. Kim's remains hold the evidence that could save lives and reveal the darkest truth in entertainment history. The only question is, who has the courage to dig up the truth? If you found this video eye-opening, hit subscribe so you never miss our updates. Until then, fam, keep it real.